This girl is an amazing person. She's a great influencer. These are the kind of influencers we need: positive, loving, caring, supportive, and encouraging to her audience. Not the stupid people like Ashley Treviño that has bed bugs and talks about her nasties all the time. Popular Mexican beauty influencer Valeria Marquez was unalived in front of her TikTok live audience of over 7,000 people. Hey everybody, if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things internet drama, theme parks, and Ashley Treviño. Don't worry, she's going to make an appearance. And if you're a returning subscriber, make sure you click that notification bell so you never miss a video. In today's video, I am going to have to put out a disclaimer just so everybody knows that today's video is going to be talking about true crime, unaliving of someone, and femicide. So if you have any kids or little sensitive ears that are close to you, make sure you send them out of the room. They can come back and watch another video where I take them to Disney or Universal or something fun, but this is just not the video for little ears. In today's video, I'm going to cover basically a little bit of what Femicide is. We're going to talk about the incident that happened with Valeria Marquez inside her beauty shop in Mexico. And we're also going to talk about the impact that social media has on the lives of these young, beautiful, charming, intelligent influencers and the dangers that it potentially causes them. In this first clip, we're going to basically see a recap from a TikTok influencer. I do have to say that everything that this person says is alleged, nothing is proven as fact, and everything is their own opinion and does not necessarily represent my own thoughts, theories, and opinions on this case.
Okay, so they're saying that it was the friend that set her up, the same friend that shut off the live right after Valeria Marquez was shot twice in the head, once in the chest, and tragically died on camera in front of all her viewers. The way she picks up the phone like she kind of knew something. This isn't the way somebody reacts when you just see something tragic like that. Most people would have been screaming. She just looks at the phone like, oh, and shuts it down. In a previous video, that same day, she told that same friend, ¿Qué tal si me van a matar? She said, what if they're gonna kill me? And then said, estoy preocupada, güey. Saying, hey, I'm worried. And you could see it in her face. She had premonitions of this before it happened. But allegedly, someone said they were bringing her an expensive gift. And the friend told her to wait. It's an expensive gift, wait for it. So they waited in her salon. An unknown guy showed up with a gift, confirmed it was her, and shot her. She literally slumped over in front of the camera. Such a tragic, tragic loss. This is such a waste of life. I just can't help but think her instincts were telling her to.
So basically in that clip, this creator is laying the foundation of what they think, as well as a lot of netizens are also saying and speculating that this is what they think that happened. Basically, and there is evidence to support some of this, and I will get to those clips in a moment. But basically, he's just saying that there was a friend there in the salon that was encouraging her to stay. We're going to see in later clips what exactly this friend was allegedly doing to get Valeria to stay in the salon, even though Valeria had said earlier in her live stream that she didn't get very much sleep. She was really tired. She had been up since 7. I'm not sure if she had been up since 7 or in her salon since 7, because Valeria is a business owner at only 23 years old, very successful, and you're going to see why that plays an important part in this case, in my opinion, a little bit later. But basically, we're learning that the foundation of all of this allegedly is that someone was trying to get her to stay, not go home, so that she could receive this gift. And we soon find out that the gift wasn't really a gift at all. This whole thing is calculated, in my opinion. It's disturbing, and I don't understand the mentality of someone who would do this to another human being.
They just revealed the reason that this Mexican influencer was shot to death while live streaming on TikTok. And it is absolutely insane. This is 23-year-old Valeria Marquez. She's a beauty influencer with over 100,000 followers, and she was live streaming from inside of her own beauty salon when a man approached on a motorbike, then walks in, says he has a package for her, and asks her to confirm her name. But when she does, he pulls out a weapon and hits her once in the chest and twice in the head. Unaliving her in front of everyone on that street, around 7,500 people watched her lose her life. The guy then gets back on the motorcycle and speeds off, and her friend grabs the phone and immediately ends the live stream. And what we're hearing now is that she was set up by her own friend. She apparently wanted to leave much before this, but her friend made her stay, saying she had an expensive gift for her that could only be delivered to her. And she even brought her a drink and got her a stuffed animal to make her stay. What's even crazier is she expressed concerns for her safety in regards to her ex before this. And people are saying that her ex and her friend were together and involved. And in that video, her friend doesn't scream or run away. She just adds the phone and turns off the live. This whole thing is so suspicious and tragic.
And this next clip, this is basically going to be Valeria before this incident happened. She's loosely, in my very bad Spanish, sorry guys, I'm trying. She's basically saying that she, I think, wants to meet someone or was going to meet someone, and this person who she's doing speak to text to is basically telling her, no, wait there. And she's basically getting frustrated with them. Rightfully so. The girl has been working hard all day and she's telling them to hurry up to do whatever they're going to do, bring a package or whatever. In these next few clips, Valeria is going to be obviously speaking Spanish. I obviously don't speak Spanish. My husband's Spanish. He helped me loosely translate some of this. So together, between the two of us, we kind of figured out what she's saying. So I apologize. My Spanish is not that great. My understanding of Spanish is not that great. But I tried the best I could. And I know you guys love it when I try. So here we go.
Yo creo que ya me voy a ir. Porque ya me hundí. A que me espere, dice la Vivian, que porque quiere ver mi cara. ¡Rápido, pendeja, que me tengo que ir!
In this next clip, there are a lot of allegations around what happens right here, a lot of speculation from netizens, but basically Valeria receives a gift. It's Starbucks, and then she's going to receive another gift. Allegedly, these are gifts to get her to stay at the salon, to not leave, to allegedly, in the opinion of a lot of netizens, to give the suspect in this case time to get to her salon, to basically do what they end up doing.
Güey, Vivian, mejor dime que te gusto.
Loosely translated here, she's saying, tell me you like me, or show me you like me, or I know you like me, or something like that. Something along those lines, basically. Oh, you like me because you sent me this gift, this Starbucks. You're going to see her get out of the chair. She's going to get up and come back for a second gift that she receives. And she's basically saying, oh, look, I got a little piggy. It's so cute, or something like that. She's hugging it. She comes across as very sweet, very affectionate, very sentimental. And overall, she's very charismatic. And it's really sad and tragic that this is how I learned who this influencer is or who she was. And it's just really sad.
Hola, buenas tardes. La Vivian está enamorada de mí, te lo juro. ¡Mi vida! ¡Es un pendejillo! Huele a culo, pero te la paso.
In this next clip, we have to remember she's on TikTok Live. She's talking to her supporters. About 7,000 or a little over 7,000 supporters are watching her on this live. So she's basically telling them, you know, I'm still here because I need to receive this gift. It's going to be in a black box. And I'm going to receive this expensive gift from, I think, a supporter or just from somebody unknown. And she's basically going to take a picture with them. And this is why she's still at the shop. But of course, we all know that's not really what's going on. Allegedly, she's being set up, and this is how they are getting her to stay at this shop for longer than she normally would.
Güey, no sé. O sea, me dice Erika que era una caja, no, una bolsa de regalo negra con estrellitas. Y que tenía algo muy costoso adentro, que por eso no lo, o sea, querían que yo lo recibiera y que me tomaran una foto con el regalo. Pero es que no me pasa a nadie por la cabeza, güey.
In this next clip, Valeria is talking to her audience. She's basically saying that she's ready to go. They're asking her, has she received the package yet? She's saying no, that it's going to be coming, the person is on their way, but that she basically doesn't want to wait for them. Either way, obviously, she was starting to feel like something was weird. Her intuition was telling her something was sketchy about this. It's really sad that this happened, that she obviously, there are clips out there where she's saying that she doesn't want to be there, that she has a bad feeling. And this is a very, very long live stream, and I couldn't play the entirety of the live stream, and there are just way too many clips. This video would be like an hour long, 2 hours long, but if you want me to do a deep dive, let me know in the comments below, and I will. If you want me to continue to follow this story and give you updates, make sure you let me know in the comments, and I will also do that for you, just so you can stay up to date on everything that's going on.
A mí que me va a andar regalando algo.
Jugaron con ella dándole regalos sin saber cuál sería su tercer regalo.
Ya ahorita, ya en unos minutitos ya me voy. ¿Ya te lo dieron? Pues no han llegado. Y la verdad no los voy a esperar. ¿Y qué era? No lo vio. Me dice que venía en una bolsa negra, Erika. En una bolsa negra. ¿Vives por ahí? Sí, cerca de aquí. Traigo un sueño.
In this next clip, we're basically going to learn that allegedly the motive of this crime is familiaride, and we learn a little bit about familiaride and the effects it has in Mexico, and the numbers are really alarming, and I had no idea that this was a thing. I don't know anything about familiaride. I think it's overall terrible, and I believe that there needs to be more attention brought on this, especially for the beautiful women of that amazing country. No one should be hurt, harmed, or deleted just because they are a woman, just because they're a man, just because of the color of their skin, just because whatever. This is just crazy to me that this is a thing. Personally, in my opinion, I think it was jealousy. If it is found to be that this friend allegedly had something to do with this, I think it's jealousy. Valeria is obviously very stunning. She was obviously very sweet. She obviously cared about her audience so much that she stayed there after barely having sleep, being up very early in the morning, so tired, just wanting to go home, to stay there to receive a package from a supporter and potentially take a picture with them. This girl is an amazing person. She's a great influencer. These are the kind of influencers we need: positive, loving, caring, supportive, and encouraging to her audience, not the stupid people like Ashley Treviño that has bed bugs and talks about her nasties all the time. And you know what else kind of rubs me wrong about the situation? This beautiful beauty influencer only had 100,000 followers. Meanwhile, Ashley Treviño's over here with 1 million. I think that's disgusting. I told you Ashley Treviño was going to come up. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about her. I think it's gross that somebody is nasty and gross and disgusting, doesn't take care of her family, doesn't take care of her children, doesn't provide basic necessities, who is just disgusting and comes online and talks about people and says nasty terrible things about people based off of their religion and the color of their skin. She's just so gross. And here she is making a huge profit off of it. Meanwhile, this beautiful, stunning, charismatic, and loyal to her supporters has something like this happen to her. This is terrible. It's gross. It's disgusting. And there needs to be attention on this because this familicide needs to stop, like right now.
The death of a Mexican beauty influencer shot on a TikTok live stream is being investigated as femicide. 23-year-old Valeria Marquez's killing in the Guadalajara area is the latest reminder of the extreme levels of violence against women and girls in the country. Femicide is the act of killing a woman or girl because of her gender, and Mexico has one of the highest rates in the world, with over 2 incidents a day recorded in 2024, nearly twice the rate from 10 years ago. According to the UN, only 2% of cases in Mexico end in a criminal sentence, and only 1 in 10 victims dares to report their aggressor.
Now do you see why, like, I'm getting all worked up over this? But, like, women not supporting women, women not taking care of women, women hating on other women, in my opinion, is a huge contributor to familicide, or however you say it. I'm sorry, I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best with my Spanish. I'm trying my best to say these words correctly, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just sharing my thoughts, theories, and opinions. But my point is, you can see how, like, upsetting this is. According to that creator in Mexico, this happens twice a day, or this type of crime happened twice a day, every day in 2024, and less than 2% of people were ever charged. Those numbers are ridiculous, and there needs to be more attention on this. So make sure you thumbs up the video, share it with your friends. We need to start a discussion, and we need to put an end to this. In this next clip, this story has made it to mainstream news, and we know this because the news daddy himself is covering the story. Like everything else in this video, everything's alleged, nothing's proven as fact, and everyone's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. All of the legal things.
This is everything we know so far about the beauty influencer who was shot and killed while she was live streaming. So yesterday, 23-year-old Mexican model and content creator Valeria Marquez was live streaming on TikTok from her beauty salon in the city of Zapopan, as she normally did. She was chatting with viewers while waiting for someone who her friend said would deliver her an expensive gift from a fan, a gift that she had to receive in person. After waiting for a while, she grew impatient and she said to the chat that she was gonna leave since it was getting late. It was around 6:30 p.m. But her friend, also an influencer named Vivian, urged her to stay. Not long later, a man finally arrived on a motorcycle. She looks up at him as he approaches and he asks her, "Are you Valeria?" She responds yes and then mutes the live stream, anticipating a conversation. Only moments later, horrified viewers watched as she was shot multiple times in the torso and the head. She collapses against the table, but never letting go of the stuffed pig that she received as a gift earlier that day. The live stream was only ended when someone believed to be her friend Vivian, but not confirmed, picked up the phone and turned it off. Tragically, this footage has been spread across the internet and social media platforms are still scrambling to take it down. The state's prosecutor office confirmed that they are investigating this case as a femicide, the killing of a woman for gender-based reasons. In fact, this marks the 8th femicide investigation in her state this month alone. Now, the police themselves haven't officially named a suspect, but local media reports point to a man known as LRR. He's supposedly the leader of one of the local cartel gangs. They describe him as one of the most violent criminals in the country. Now, authorities have revealed that Valeria and LRR have dated for several months, and they say that it is possible that he was enraged by the attention and the expensive gifts that she'd been receiving from her fans online. It also turns out, according to local media reports, that he has been linked to deaths of multiple celebrities and influencers in the past as well. However, it is important to note that the police haven't officially named him as the main suspect.
At least the authorities are taking this case seriously, but to be honest, in my own opinion, I don't know if they would have taken it seriously if it wasn't getting this kind of attention. I really don't think so. Based off of the 2024 numbers, I don't think they would have done anything about it, but that's my own opinion, and who cares about my opinion? So don't come for me, Mexican police or cartel or gangs or whatever.
Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum has ordered a high-level investigation into the horrifying death of 23-year-old TikToker Valeria Marquez. The The president confirmed that the National Security Cabinet is now involved in the case, which includes the Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of the Navy, the head of the National Guard, and the Attorney General of Mexico. These are the top officials in charge of Mexico's national security. For a case like this to reach their desks, it means that they view this case as a potential threat to public confidence, safety, and human rights. Her death is being investigated as a possible femicide, the killing of a woman because of her gender. Usually, femicide cases are left to the state and many go unsolved. But this time, the federal government has gotten involved. Why now? Public pressure, social media outrage. The fact that Valeria's death was broadcast in real time, it's impossible to ignore. She was young, beautiful, vibrant, full of potential, and her life was taken within a moment. She was a daughter, a friend, and a voice in the digital space that made people feel beautiful. People across the country and beyond are demanding justice.
There is footage of this unaliving happening without any censors on the internet. I would not advise that you watch it. It is very sad, very tragic. I have seen it, and although I am going to show you a clip, trigger warning, of the unaliving, it is censored. I am covering up basically the wounds because I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think anyone should have to look at that and see it, so I did hide it for you. But I am going to show the clip just because it's a part of the story, and if you're going to see it, I would rather you see a censored version than trying to go and look for it yourself and seeing something that could potentially traumatize you. So we're going to watch that, and I'm going to give my final thoughts on this situation. Because there's something that happens at the end of this live and the way this live stream was ended, because Valeria wasn't able to end the live stream. The mannerisms in those few seconds after this incident happened are captured on live, and these are the mannerisms of the friend or alleged friend that was in the salon at the time of this incident. And that's kind of what I want you to pay attention to more than anything. The lack of emotion, expression, and in my opinion, concern about the situation is haunting. But what do you guys think about this situation? What do you think about the fact that potentially, allegedly, Valeria was targeted because she was a woman, because she's female? And in my opinion, I think she was targeted because of jealousy. And I think it's just overall really sad. And I hope that everyone can remember Valeria for her beauty, her grace, her commitment to her audience, as well as people who came to visit her as a customer in her salon. I hope that the memory of her is not the final moments or final seconds of her life just because it was captured on TikTok live. I hope that we can remember what an amazing accomplishment she had already done as a human, as a young person at only 23 years old. She was already a successful business owner. She was so much more than a beauty influencer, because let's be honest, as beautiful and charming as she was, she didn't have to own a beauty salon. She didn't have to give back to her community. She didn't have to do any of these things. She could have just gone through life being a beautiful person on the internet, but she chose to open a business and give back to her community. And I hope that that's what she can be remembered for. But make sure you share with me your thoughts, your theories, and your opinions below. And remember, if you want me to continue to cover this story, let me know, and I'll do the best I can to keep up with developments as they happen. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you want to stay up to date on all things internet drama, theme parks, and bad influencers, make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Until next time,